Mel Robbins is one of the most popular influencers in the world, particularly in the self-help, personal transformation space. She's a former lawyer, very accomplished and successful author. She has, unusually for many people in her space, been very open about some of the life challenges she's faced, and some of them have been quite considerable. She's admitted that at the age of 47, she was diagnosed with ADHD, and that's something that had been impacting on her life over a good many years. She also was open about some of the deep pain she's experienced in her life, including the loss of a child and a husband within relatively short time of each other. So this is a woman who's gone through a lot, and yet she's persisted. She's continued with her life. She's got on with her life. She's learned to thrive. So there's a massive, incredibly powerful example, huge inspiration there for all of us, for anybody who's had any struggle. And quite honestly, I don't know anybody who hasn't. So we're going to take a look at a very short video clip of her speaking and then a couple of facial photos. I'm going to talk about some of the characteristics that are evident in both her body language and her facial features. Let me just bring up the share. Sometimes technology complies very quickly and sometimes it doesn't.
I'm going to tell you to do something that I wish I could go back in time 30 years and tell my 20-year-old self to do. Let them. Let other people live their lives. Let other people be on different timelines. You have to stop wasting time and energy beating the hell out of yourself and telling yourself that your 20s suck because you're so focused on watching everyone else live their 20s that you are robbing yourself of what's possible in your 20s. I'm going to
I don't know if anybody else can see it there, but one of the things we often talk about, there's an old saying, an old phrase, if you like, in English, that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Now, without becoming metaphysical about it, the eyes reveal so much about where somebody's at emotionally. They tell a lot about our state of health, but also they tell about our history. And one of the things that's evident so often in her body language, her facial expressions, but also when you look at still photos, this is a lady who's carried a lot of pain. This is a lady who's processed a lot of emotion. And it's to her great, great credit that she has got on with things, because it would be so easy with some of the things she's experienced to just collapse, give up. And yet she hasn't. And that's a big part of the reason she has continued to inspire so many people. So that's one of the first things I look for when I'm looking at somebody's face is the eyes. And what are the eyes telling me? And in this case, the eyes are telling me, yes, this lady is born a lot of pain. But her eyes are also bright. It tells me, despite the pain, she's very much alive, very much alive. And a couple of other particular things. We notice her eyebrows are quite curved, and obviously she is wearing glasses, and this is a facial expression. But we notice there's a nice distance between the eyebrow and the eye itself. So a number of things there. Firstly, the curved eyebrows tell you that this is somebody for whom feeling is very, very important. And that obviously comes across so strongly in her work. But also that gap between the eyebrow and the eye tells you she likes to think about things. She likes to reflect on things. She's not somebody who likes to be put under pressure for an immediate decision now. We need to know now. That doesn't work well with her. It's not that she can't make quick decisions, but if you want to get the best from her, give her time to reflect. That's also emphasized by the fact that her ears, the top of her ear is lower down, quite a bit lower down than the eyebrow. So again, that's further emphasis on the point that she doesn't do well. You don't get the best out of her if you put her under pressure to give you an answer now, particularly if it's an important decision. Give her time to reflect. And one other particular thing from this photo is you notice there's a horizontal line about halfway between the lower lip and the chin. When you see that on somebody, This is somebody who does a lot of caring, active caring for other people. I often refer to it as like the mother line. So even if the person isn't in actual terms a mother, they will do a lot of mothering for other people. So one of her challenges would be at times not to care for other people, particularly where she has a tendency to do things for others that they could and should be doing for themselves, because it can actually stunt their growth rather than letting them learn through the experience. And we notice she also has an oval shaped face. So harmony is big part of what she does. So if she sees somebody struggling, sees somebody under stress, her natural inclination is to step up and help. And it's not always the best thing. Sometimes it's better to step back, let them learn the lesson, and then step up and show the caring, show the empathy. So there's just a few very obvious things from the video and the facial features. I said I was going to look at two photos, but I'm only going to look at one for now because there's quite a bit there. Um, I look forward to your comments. As always with these profiles, it's partly tutorial, it's partly about the individual themselves. I hope it's been of interest. I look forward to your comments and thank you as always so much for watching.